Peter Strzok exchanged anti-Trump texts with a colleague, FBI attorney Lisa Page, as both worked on the Clinton investigation and briefly on special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into ties between Trump's campaign and Russia. House Republicans have seized on the texts as part of investigations into the Justice Department, the FBI, and decisions that both made during the 2016 presidential election. In one of the texts, from August 2016, Strzok wrote, "We'll stop it," in reference to a potential Trump election win. The barrage of GOP criticism against the Justice Department comes just a few months before the midterm elections, and amid intense sparring between the parties over the FBI's role in the Russia probe. The House is scheduled to vote Thursday on a resolution demanding the department hand over thousands of documents that Congress has requested by July 6. Strzok's questioning by lawmakers on the House Judiciary and the Oversight and Government Reform Committees began before 10 a.m. Wednesday and ended after 9 p.m. The last 2 hours were held in a small classified session after lawmakers said Strzok had declined to answer sensitive questions about internal FBI protocols and the Russia probe, among other issues. Representative Trey Gowdy, RSC, the chairman of the Oversight Panel, said in an interview that bias is pervasive and impossible to separate out. Representative Mark Meadows, RNC, one of the most vocal critics of the Justice Department, said midway through the interview that while it's possible Strzok's individual bias didn't affect the Clinton investigation, he believes that what we are finding is the text messages were indicative of other decisions that were made or not made throughout the initiation of the Russia investigation in the summer of 2016. Frustrated Democrats called the interview a farce. In a statement after the interview was completed, Representative Elijah Cummings of Maryland, the top Democrat on the Oversight Panel, and Representative Gerald Nadler of New York, the top Democrat on the Judiciary Panel, suggested they had learned nothing new and called for the Republican chairman to release the unclassified portion of the interview transcript so people can see the Republicans' desperation for themselves. Cummings and Nadler said in a joint statement that they had just finished the interview, and as today's transcript will make crystal clear, House Republicans are desperately trying to find anything to undermine special counsel Mueller's investigation of the Trump campaign. Unfortunately for them, they were entirely unsuccessful today, and their interview of Mr. Strzok will not help their misguided mission. Lawmakers leaving the interview said that Strzok expressed regret for the text messages and said FBI agents often hold political opinions but they don't affect their decisions. A seasoned counterintelligence agent, Strzok had a leading role on the investigation into whether Clinton illegally mishandled classified information through her use of a private email server while Secretary of State. He later joined Mueller's team investigating Russian election interference, but was reassigned last summer after the discovery of anti-Trump text messages he had traded with the FBI lawyer. Page had already left Mueller's team when the messages were discovered and has now left the FBI. Earlier this week, President Donald Trump criticized the closed-door interview with Strzok, saying it should be shown to the public on live television, not a closed-door hearing that nobody will see. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Robert Goodlatte, RVA, said near the end of Strzok's interview that the witness was ordered by FBI counsel not to answer many of the questions asked. Goodlatte said he will hold a public hearing soon and that I hope he will be more forthcoming at that time. Meadows and Republican Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio were behind that resolution, which would not be enforceable but would send a strong message to justice officials. Justice and FBI have already turned over more than 800,000 documents to congressional committees, but subpoenas from the Justice and Intelligence panels are demanding additional materials. Lawmakers have threatened to hold top justice officials in contempt or impeach them if the documents aren't turned over.